Let the ritual begin. And now, the objective is complete. That is all. Such is what Professor Anaxa always says after preparing for an alchemical ritual. Pollux, I shall lift you from the river of souls and reforge your soul. Perhaps, but if even the slightest trace of your soul remains, the soul that once ferried me to this side of the shore, then please, look at me. I wish to thank you in person. I have obtained everything you sacrificed your divinity for. Lady Almanette.
Did she recognize you? Oh, she must be the first soul we can communicate with here, right?
I'm afraid she is just another spirit trapped here, like the rest of them. The only difference is that I was there when she... Please, go on. I'm listening. Are you about to tell the story of Styxia?
Yes. You're just as smart as I imagined. Never mind.
There's no need to worry, Elder. Take a look around you.
The world?
I understand that you chose to remain silent about the story to protect Casterus, the girl who coexists, but you no longer need to hide that story. I can assure you that you have protected that girl's life.
Oh, well... Styxia. The pearl of the ocean. Plagued by unwarranted calamity and ravaged by death in the fairy tale. From where you stand now,
Indeed. I cannot imagine that those from the era Chrysia, blessed with eternal life, could...
I have pondered the same question, child.
Journeys and epics are only glorious and magnificent because all things eventually fade to dust. That's how someone would... But I still can't take that as the final answer. Would a world without journeys and epics be worse off?
I take it the one who spoke this... however, did find some inspiration.
Please enlighten me, Lady Almanette. Though I have already made up my mind on how to handle the authority, your words might truly guide me toward the path forward.
You and I are neither warriors nor generals. Therefore, journeys and epics. But what if I reframe it like this? What if love is not a trait bestowed upon mortals by Nestia, but a blessing?
Love.
No one ever invented the word cherish in the era when life was eternal. For all the good things in the world can be revisited endlessly. The so-called era Chrysia was an age devoid of both virtue and sin. People did not truly live. They simply existed, going through the motions without passion or purpose. Perhaps the people of Styxia chose to embrace death not out of fascination with its cruel, but instead became fixated and obsessed with the impulses and...
Therefore, death is not a thing of fear and...
That's right, Casterus. It is the reason we shed tears when part. If you truly intend to deprive the world of death, then be...
I understand, Lady. Our limited lifespan shapes all that we know and love. Not even the Death Titan has the right to take that away from humankind again. Nestia's love was the chrysalis of gold's first blessing, but it most likely wasn't understood by mankind. We only learned to interpret this wonderful gift after Thanatos' arrival. If the world was bereft of death, then the Queen of Styxia wouldn't have played a midwife in delivering me into this world. You wouldn't have welcomed me into Idonia, and Aglaia would never have invited me to join the Flame Chase, and I would never have lived. Thank you, Mother. I will use all the love I've experienced in this long life. My teacher, Anaxagoras, grant me the wisdom of all things. I call upon thee, the stripped dead dragon's corpse. Rises from the earth, falls from the sky. As above, so below. This is the greatest power of all powers. Unstoppable in this world. The great work that commands all death. I shall grant you embrace.
I'll stand in their way. Mountains roar, dragons rise!
I can't let them down.
Is the girl who once saved my life truly gone? Or will you show yourself again once we eradicate this hatred and regret?
The time is now. Lend me your strength.
For the next tomorrow! I can't let them down.
Trust me, we can do anything!
So without substance. Is that all?
And I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid.
I'll never sun tear the sky! So without substance. Empty shell. Hail the new dawn. All stars burn to ash.
There's no one left to weep in grief. I will grant you peace. Yes, it's me. I'm back.
I'll do.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend! Crush them!
For tomorrow!
Troublesome. Lend me your strength.
No other future will come!
I'm on it.
Many.
I can't let them down. Cold winds consume me.
careful. They may be moving by instinct, but there is fuel welling up within them.
Empty shell. Soul without substance. Hail the new dawn. Empty shell. Is that all? Soul without substance. Is that all? Sun, tear the sky! All stars burn to ash.
Please. Don't turn back to the nether realm.
Oh, death. Sleep in peace. I'm sorry I have to wake you up from ancient death. And I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid. Do you remember me? I'm the girl you once carried across the Sea of Souls. I'm sorry I wasn't able to remember you, but with the help of many people, I was finally able to pick up these broken fragments of my past. I'm back, Pollux. I know this might not be what you wanted, but I have to do this. So please, carry me across the Sea of Souls again and return me to the Netherrealm, just like you did in the past. Please take me to where the core flame of death rests. I'll be going now. They may look scary, but as long as...
What's wrong?
Are you...
What's wrong with her?
Her time is almost up. If I don't go now, I'm afraid her soul will return to Thanatos' embrace before me.
What? Oh no! Is there anything we can do?
Don't worry. I promised I would ask Thanatos for the Trailblazers' right to roam the Earth again. Mem, stay here and keep a close watch until I return, all right?
Alright, I'm the Bickalon Cass. Make sure not to leave yourself with any regrets. That's not funny!
It's a deal then. Please. Wait for me.
After all that, you still ended up back here.
So the legends were true. The Netherrealm really is a sea of flowers.
Yes. Just like the flower fields we tended to back then.
Is that you, Plixia?
Do you remember?
I don't have the memories from that time, but I've seen you before during...
I see. Call me Thanatos, then. It'll be easier. However, since you recognize the name, you must already know.
Yes. I'm here to reforge the order of life and death.
You know, my sister was a sympathetic, but rather sensitive person. Whenever she didn't want to say what was on her mind, just like what you are doing now.
Can you tell me about the last Era Nova? What did you do, Plixia?
A long, long time ago, there were a pair of like-minded twins, as foretold in the prophet.
But fate was cruel. The price of attaining divinity was to take the life of our cloak.
That trial was indeed recorded in that memory.
Then you should already know that my sister voluntarily gave up her own life, so that I could ascend as the demigod of death. But I couldn't accept that. Why did we have to kill each other for a future she'd never see herself? That's not fair. So, while weaving the laws of the new world, I shattered the forbidden bottom line for life. I reshaped my sister's soul and took the form of the great dragon Pollux to carry her up the River of Souls and back into the mortal. But our fates were already decided and manifested in unexpected ways in response to my futile actions. Aging is an unbreakable law of nature laid upon humankind, created at the same time as death. When the living die, their souls will, if the Reaper raises their left hand, the soul is granted death and allowed to enter the Netherrealm to await reincarnation. If they raise their right hand, the soul...
That's why the Hand of Shadow can only lay down judgment and not embrace another being.
Yes. Death was originally a pair of hands, but they were split in twain when we reached the mortal realm, never to touch each other ever again. The half of Thanatos that represents life, the undying human who grants death, that was the curse I forced.
Then, what about you?
As the half of Thanatos representing death, I shoulder the fate of defying death. From then on, my Titan also no longer existed in this world. The cycle of life and death stopped. Souls were denied their audience with... What irony. My selfish desire to save your life gave you and the world. Then, what was left of my reason was left behind in the Netherrealm, where I've been taking care of these flowers day after day, until there is now a sea of them, all while mulling over the subject of life, death, parting, and enduring an endless loneliness.
Fate is absurd indeed. Our lives were a mirrored image of one another, like a pair of hands. Even so, we walked different paths, yet experienced
I had hoped that maybe you would at least have a good life. I'm sorry.
I lived my life well. It didn't go to waste. As far as
Even though I forced the authority of granting death to humanity upon you,
too many responsibilities were forced upon me in the course of this long journey. I realized recently that if it weren't for your blessing, I wouldn't have understood the source of these emotions, nor would I have realized my purpose. I wouldn't have made it here to reunite with my missing half, and we wouldn't be discussing our past while sharing the same view. I wouldn't have understood the meaning of our existence.
the meaning of our existence.
This sea of flowers blooms on dead land, 'cause we sowed it with the seeds of our separation and watered it with our tears of loneliness. Yes, the only thing death is allowed to create. That's why Thanatos cannot create living beings at will. Nor can the hand of shadow determine a person's remaining days. Because the life and death of mortals should never be dictated by another's will.
Are you saying there's no point in Thanatos?
No. No single being can bear the scales of life and death on their own. Not even a god. Life and death weigh equal.
You, too, must have. We've taken quite the ridiculous journey together. I had a feeling, even back then, that we would meet again one day. Not to embrace one another after a long separation, but to come in search of retribution. Tell me the answer that's already been written, and let us draw this seemingly endless. It's been far too long. I've waited here for centuries, watching day after day as death. I always hoped I would see you among them. But I was also afraid of seeing. But more than anything.
I know. But don't you see, Polixia? I made it back, and you don't have to shoulder death's authority on your own anymore. It was always meant to be held in two hands anyway. So, let's give our core flame to her, and have her take it back to the mortal realm. Give humanity back their cycle of our responsibility as Thanatos was never about picking out favorite souls. Let's tend the field together and create a warm sea of flowers for all the souls. What do you think, Polix?
Yes, just one last step. You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead. As foretold by the prophecy, Thanatos' authority is only destined for only one person to wield, as our fated moment has arrived once again. Yes, but unlike that time, the ones undergoing the trial this time are
You've made up.
Yes, as dictated by fate. But I won't be afraid. Complete your trial in this life. Grant me the embrace of death, and light the spark of. You've been tempered by life and death. I know you'll be able to give this wasteland its first breath of life, like a raven butterfly, flying swiftly into the Netherrealm, perching on the twig.
I will. After this, I will remain permanently in the Netherrealm. The River of Souls shall return here and rain down from the sky. Scattering souls, the cycle of life and death will flow once again. This sea of flowers you sowed shall bear countless joyous or sorrowful souls.
Just one last thing.
Of course. What?
Please.
I promise you, when we meet in the next world, even if I have endured another reincarnation, even if we do not know each other's names, I will still hold you tightly in my arms.
Casterus, you're as beautiful as...
I will bring rest to death. And from now on, stagnant life will once again flow.